so much, CTR Media Network, Dr. Tina Ramsey, along with the staff of CTR Media Network and all of the podcasters that have programs featured on CTR Media Network. I'm Kim Jacobs, the host of The Kim Jacobs Show, and we're bringing balance to the world one household at a time. It is such an honor and a privilege to be able to be associated with Dr. Tina Ramsey and her program with CTR Media Network. They go over and beyond the call of duty and do exceptionally well when it comes to the podcasters. I'm saying things that are like, ooh, mind-blowing. They are exceeding our expectations, and I cannot be more grateful and more thankful. So I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you for all of your professionalism, your consideration, going the extra mile to make sure that your podcasters have what we need to be able to have a thriving program and to get exposed to over 350 million households, 46 countries. I am excited to be a part of CTR Media Network, and I don't take it for granted. Thank you, Dr. Tina Ramsey, for all that you do. God bless you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Morning Motivations. Well, we should say late motivation this morning. Anyway, um, we're going to talk about finding balance between work and life. Okay. One of my podcasters, she is nicknamed the Balance Doctor, which you just saw, Kim Jacobs. So she speak on this topic a lot. I technically don't speak too much about balance, only because I feel like it's no really true way to balance everything. It's just you're handling whatever it is at that moment. But we're gonna talk about this though because it's a phrase, work life balance, that many people use today. And so we're gonna really talk about what it is, can you really achieve it? How does it look in real life? So welcome to Morning Motivations. We talking about this work life balance, but the thing is, it's not about perfection. It's all about creating the harmony around whatever it is that you're doing and allowing yourself to thrive, both in personal and your professional life. So basically, that's all what work life balance is. And it's the ability for you to be able to manage your professional responsibilities while still making time for your personal priorities. And for me, it's all about setting those boundaries, being present, and aligning your actions with what matters to you most. And basically, in a nutshell, that's pretty much what it is, because we find it difficult to, it's a phrase, people say life be lifing. So we find it difficult when we have, life little situations that may arise that are not a part of the plan, and it actually kind of throws us off. I like to say throw a monkey wrench in it, right? And so how can we understand this work life balance? Well, first we need to understand that balance isn't about splitting your time equally for each project or each thing that you had to do. It's not about splitting your time evenly. It's just about prioritizing what's important in that particular moment that you need to do. So it may be something that take 20 minutes, something else take an hour and a half, something else take all day. But it's just simply about prioritizing what you need to do that's super important at that particular moment. Next, you need to recognize when you're overcommitting yourself in one area of your life. And then once you realize that, you need to adjust it accordingly. Because sometimes it's not, many times we feel like we just don't have enough time in the day, right? You feel like, oh, I just don't have enough time in the day. And that's not necessary. That's not the case. All of us, we have 24 hours in a day. Why is it that some people seem to get so much done within 24 hours, but we ourselves, we tend to feel like we don't get enough done in a day? That's because the person who get a lot done in a 24-hour period, they know how to prioritize their life, prioritizing their time effectively, whereas maybe you haven't mastered that yet. And so they know how to prioritize their time in a way that they're getting more things done. And to you, you may feel like you're not getting enough things done because you have this enormous list and you have not even scratched the surface. One thing, too, you need to define your values. Having a clear idea and knowing what is the most important to you can actually help guide you when you're making decisions. Another thing that can help you accomplish just what they call this work life balance is writing down your top three priorities for the day in your life or whatever you have to do for your professional, and then look at what it is and then determine how much time it should take for you to complete each thing. I like to identify the small adjustments that's not that hard for me to make. If it's not time sensitive, I will take on a lot of the small little projects to get those done, and then I start working on some of the big projects, depending upon if it's time sensitive or not. If the large project is more time sensitive than the smaller ones, of course I focus on the one that's most time sensitive. But the key is you want to do something when you feel like you're working on work life balance. You want to work on something that you can have a quick result on, a quick turnaround. So if it's something small that can give you that instant gratification, okay, I got that done. Or got that up down my. I have that done. Let me go ahead and get something else done now. It builds your confidence that when you go to the next item, you will be able to get through that more better because hey, you already completed one thing, right? And so figure that out for yourself on how you can do that. Another thing that's going to help you, like I said, we spoke a little bit about this yesterday about setting boundaries, okay? Learning to say no. So, with that being said, you need to establish if you have clear work hours, establish those work hours. Now, this can be a little tricky when it's for entrepreneurs because if you're a full-time entrepreneur, you work throughout the day, right? We are encouraged to have a schedule, but more than likely we're working um, all throughout the day. But for me, I made sure that I set boundaries that after a certain time every day, I am not working. Like I do not work on Wednesdays. It's my family and spiritual day. I do not anyone want to have a meeting, talk with me, all that. Nope. Not on Wednesday. That's family and God day, right? And so you need to establish for yourself what will be your non negotiable times or day that you are not going to do anything because you have to dedicate some time to make sure that you have a reset for your mental, physical health. So you may turn off your notifications for a certain time of the day just so that you can decompress. You need to learn how to say no to tasks and commitments that don't align with whatever it is that you're doing with your priorities. And you need to communicate your boundaries very clearly when you're working with your colleagues, you're working with your clients and or loved ones, letting them know, okay, this is what I can do, this is what I'm not going to do. So everyone will have a clear understanding. And I would suggest that you always schedule you some self-care time. I don't care if it's 15, 20 minutes. You always schedule you some time that you can kind of relax and decompress. Many of us, we don't do this, but I encourage you to figure out what it is that can relax you. Like for me, little small things that relax me is doing puzzles, listening to music, coloring. I color to ease stress. So, what is it that you can do to create time for yourself on a personal level that will help you decompress, help you with self care, help you stay grounded, and take care of your health and wellness? What is it? It don't have to be anything expensive because you're going to need to do that. You can use the weekends as downtime for you to disconnect and recharge, where you don't do any work, you're not having any meetings. Um, If you have a traditional job, you may not work on the weekends. Whatever the case may be, you need to always have some set down time for yourself. And if you can, you need to delegate the task at work or at home to free up more of your personal time. To free up more of your personal time. So, uh, all of these are different ways that you can literally uh, do this thing that we call life, do this work balance. And like I said, I am my one of our podcasters, Kim Jacobs. She is deemed uh, the queen of balance. Okay, that's her whole thing. So I would encourage you guys, if you want to learn more about this topic of balance, then go to the Kim Jacobs show, because she speak about this quite often. She speak about this particular subject, and I feel like in this area she is the expert, because this is her brand. This is what she speaks about a lot. But this is how I personally do my so-called work-life balance. And that is pretty much it for today. I encourage you guys to go download the CTR Media Network app. We have some new episodes that are up today. I think we have about 20 new episodes up. Um, yeah, 15, 20 new episodes. So from various different shows. So you can go and binge watch the shows, or scan through each show and see which episode kind of relates to you, and you can watch that. You can also save your favorite episodes in your favorites, write yourself little notes that you want to learn, because our app is interactive, where you can actively engage with the content that's on our platform, similar to how you do here on social media. um and let's see what else we have going on. We have some new shows coming, so stay tuned for that. They'll be rolling out either the end of this month or definitely in March. So stay tuned for that as well. Um, that's pretty much it, you guys. You have you a great, amazing rest of your day, and go out there and be positive. Go out there and have you an amazing, amazing day. Hello, how are you? And download the CTR Media Network app today. Talk to you later. Bye.
Here's why you need to choose